Okay, so let me flip this around. So I just talked to Big J because this is a video that he just sent me because we've been talking behind the scenes on this topic. And I missed 2/3 of this live stream and I'm going to put the description into my, when this live stream is over, I'm going to put the description into, I'm going to put the video in the description box so that you can check it out. This is a live stream that Big J did, and he was talking about the Supreme Court judge, who, by the way, is a actual natural born woman. And when asked, before she became a Supreme Court judge, what is the definition of being a woman? And she says this. Let me get it to play. Let me start from scratch. Let's see here.
Yeah. I can't. You can't? Not in this context. So I'm not a biologist. The meaning of the word woman is so unclear and controversial that you can't give me a definition? Senator, in my work as a judge, what I do is I address disputes. If there's a dispute about a definition, people make arguments, and I look at the law and I decide. Well, so I'm not the fact.
How can she address an issue on? She graduated from high school and then went to college to become a judge, right? Or a lawyer, what have you. However, her career movement went. So the definition of being a woman is one of the first definitions you learn in elementary school and middle school. Those are some of the first definitions you ever learn. Okay? So if you're a judge and you graduated from high school and you graduated from college, right? And you're telling somebody that you can't define what a woman is, but you are going to have the authority to make judgments over the nation as a Supreme Court judge. Where do you think that is some seriously inconsistency? So are we now saying that it really doesn't matter that you go through 12 years of basic schooling, kindergarten through the 12th grade, get a diploma, and basic definitions do not apply? The English language doesn't apply. This is what we're taught in school. So if you as a Supreme Court judge are saying this, what is the point of any child, no matter what racial group you belong to, going to the United States secular school boards or through the whole secular school district to get a diploma? What is the absolute? I mean, this is so bonkers to me. There's absolutely no point to go to college then. There's no point for you to put children into school if the definitions of words don't have actual meanings, and you're telling people as a Supreme Court judge you don't know the definition of what a woman is? Let me play the rest.
That you can't give me a straight answer about something as fundamental as what a woman is underscores the dangers of the kind of progressive education that we are hearing about.
This is Big J. Big J did a video 8 months ago about this topic.
Before I continue with this video,
So I came in on this, like 2/3 of the way that Big J was doing. He was talking about, this is the thing.
Disclaimer.
Let me say this. As an adult, if you feel that you were in the wrong body, right? You feel that through your life, you have been in the wrong body. As a grown adult, you have the right to transition your body, right? You have autonomy over your body because that's what the laws of the land say. So this Supreme Court judge, is she not going to uphold the fact that you can't go into an establishment and drink alcohol in many states, almost all the states, under the age of 21? These are laws, right? This is a judge that is supposed to uphold like basic laws. Let me just say that. So if you at the age of 21, you cannot go into a bar and an establishment and drink under the age of 21 lawfully, and that a bar owner can actually be fined, and if enough time serves alcohol to underage people, can lose their liquor license and can lose their license for their business. Why is it okay for you to be able to transition a child that can't even be legally of age to drink alcohol? How is it okay to give them life body altering drugs to transition when they're not even legally of age to sign contracts, to have bank accounts? How is that okay? So this Supreme Court judge is claiming she doesn't know what a basic definition of being a woman or what a woman is. And now they're trying to change the definitions in the dictionary. This is some bizarro Fruit Loop shit, right? So I'm sorry, but anybody that is a Supreme Court judge should step down from office. And I don't care that Biden appointed her, right? But if you personally don't have the education and the wisdom, or negate the education that was given to you, or that you supposedly earned by getting your diploma, by getting your degrees, and you don't know what a woman is, and you're supposed to make judgment laws concerning women, but you personally, who is a woman, a biological woman, your whole life as a Supreme Court judge to this point, through youth and to your older age in womanhood, but you don't know how to define yourself? You don't know what you are? You don't know what type of woman you are? You don't know that you're a woman? Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. And for Big J said something along the lines of fourth wave feminists, right? My thing is this. If the feminist movement has gone so far off track that they no longer, or a certain pocket of the feminist movement goes so far off left that they also no longer know what a woman is and what they're fighting for in the feminist movement, they also need to break off and never call themselves a feminist. If they think that it's okay, for men, biological men, and like I said, I have no problem with a person transitioning, but in the same token, you don't, as a transition person, you don't get to steal and manipulate and change what a woman is. Okay? I don't see transitioning female to males doing that. I don't see them telling men what it is to be a man. However, a lot of, not all, because there's a lot of trans women that are against a lot of things that are being said. They're speaking out. They're like, listen, there's no way that a trans person should be taking and making, being a sponsor for Tampax. There's no way that they should be a sponsor for women's products like that, because they don't have a period. They're saying it. So the trans women that know what it is for them to be a trans woman are saying, listen, we're not taking the place of natural born women. We know that we are not. We just want to live our lives the way that we see fit, which is nothing wrong with that. And you should be able to be the happiest version of yourself that you can possibly be. But in the same token, and I'm not talking about the ones that understand what this is, but when you start changing definitions to suit your narrative, and you're saying that women who are biologically born with ovaries, a uterus, and the ability to bring forth life, because that they have that type of equipment that natural born women are born with, and you're trying to change that definition. And I heard somebody say, a woman said this, she's like, yeah, you know, when they take female hormones, you know, they start to produce milk in their breasts. Listen, lady, drops, 1 or 2 drops of milk coming from a breast does not feed a child. Let's be honest. There's no estrogen or progesterone that a trans person can take that is going to be able to produce enough milk in the mammary glands of a woman to feed a child. So stop with the dumb shit. Do I acknowledge that a trans female to male can have a child? Of course I do. I acknowledge that because that trans person has a uterus. That trans person has ovaries. Because that's a biological woman from birth, a biological female human from birth. There was like a million things I wanted to touch on, but I was so pissed off when I saw this, because Big J just sent this to me and I hadn't seen it. And I was like, how is she a judge over? I mean, is this how ludicrous we're going to be? We're going to be out and out, bull-faced lying to people about what it means to be a woman? Are we going to really try to trick people and lie to people? Is this the type of society that we want? We want a society that we don't acknowledge what it is that natural born women bring to this earth. We're not acknowledging that without a natural born woman, nobody will fucking exist. Not even that Supreme Court judge who her mother bore her. And she's saying she doesn't understand or does not know the definition. Bold-faced lie, because you have a freaking diploma from high school and you have a diploma and you have graduated from college to become a Supreme Court judge. So why are you lying? And if the actual in the English language in America doesn't exist anymore, or is not, or we're not bound to any of those definitions, what the fuck are kids going to school for? If any type of definition can be manipulated and changed, something so simple of an understanding of knowing that there are two genders and that all else added to that are only personality types. They are not biological terms. There are only male and female, men and women. And that without saying that there's no, you can identify as non-binary. You can identify with any terminology you choose. However, facts are facts, and all else is a personality type. And when I say personality type, it's the same thing with you doing, let's say you're artistic and you become an artist in a certain type of art. Those are developments for personality types. Making people confused on what is biological to suit your narrative it's pretty evil, to be honest, and it's very, very deceptive. I'm trying to think of all the points I want to hit before I end this, because I'm literally like, I was livid hearing this, this definition, not knowing this definition from a Supreme Court judge, as simple as being a woman. I get her maybe not knowing certain things in science or like nuclear physics or whatever, right? Because she's not educated in that field. It would be something she would have to go and hone up on if she was going to make a judgment call on those things, right? To really fully understand what was being placed before her court. But goddamn, bitch, you don't know what a woman is? And you're a Supreme Court judge? Are you fucking kidding me? I'll probably do another one because there's a lot of points I'm missing because I'm so pissed off about that. Because you should really step down as a Supreme Court judge if you don't know basic terminology and you have gone through the whole school systems in order to get where you are, and you're backtracking and don't know what a definition is. Like I said, if this is the case, there is absolutely no point in any child going to school any longer.